I'm Rosalie Chiang, and I play Maylin Lee in Disney and Pixar's Turning Red. What I love most about acting is just being able to express myself and take on these different characters and roles, because it's always fun to pick up a script and look at the character and find out who is this person, what are her motivations, what does she like, what does she dislike, and why is she here in this moment. Just being so familiar with the Pixar campus, I've been to the studio so many times that I know my way around, and just to walk in so confidently and just be like, oh, hi, because I know people by their names. In the morning, I wake up, I gargle, I brush my teeth, and I just make sure my voice is in its prime. I would just not just say tongue twisters, but just start talking excessively so my voice is all warmed up. I stand in front of the microphone, and then in that case, Domi Shi takes over, and she starts giving me insight about the script, and I'm learning these new things about the movie because I don't get the script before each session. So each session is this completely ice cold reading, so I've never seen any of the lines. The audition process for me particularly, it's usually not this long, but it was super long for me. At the callback, it was at the actual Pixar campus. And that's when I realized, oh, this is a really big deal. After the callback, a few days later, I got an email saying, you booked it for Scratch. And I'm like, what is Scratch? And what Scratch recording is, it's actually just pre-production. So they're still figuring out the plot, the design, the characters, but I haven't officially booked the role. They just needed a voice to animate off of. Then 2 years later into Scratch, at the end of one of my recording sessions, Domi Shi brought in a camera saying, oh, we're just doing this documentary behind the scenes thing. And then she gave me a script. And at the end of the script, Domi said, we love your voice. Will you please be May? I'd say don't be embarrassed of yourself. In acting, you're going to do a lot of weird and crazy things that you may not be comfortable with. I certainly did, especially in Turning Red. They've made me do so many embarrassing things. You might be able to see it in the actual movie, but yeah, just don't be afraid to go all out. My favorite school subject besides performing arts? Probably history. I really like history because I feel like history is just I like learning about my past for one thing, and history is just one long, complicated story. My number one tip at balancing school, other activities, and acting is to just rest. I feel like when you have so many things, you don't think about resting, but just to rest so you have more energy to complete all the things you want to do in the day the best you can. To all the Imagination Campus students and teachers, I just want to say, I hope you enjoyed Turning Red. It's a huge, fun, emotional roller coaster, and I hope you learned something from it too.